Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Let's discuss forecasting method SARIMA or seasonal ARIMA. Let's begin with an intuitive understanding of SARIMA, which stands for Seasonal Autoregressive Integrated Moving Average. SARIMA extends the classic ARIMA model by adding explicit seasonal components, while ARIMA handles trend, correlation, and SARIMA goes a step further and captures repeating seasonal patterns that occur at fixed intervals. This makes SARIMA ideal for contact centers where demand patterns repeat weekly, monthly, or even annually. Here are times weekly call peaks, like strong Monday surges or Friday dips. Times monthly billing spikes, where customers call around the due date period. Times year-end campaign volumes, when activity increases predictably every Q4. So because it blends ARIMA's mathematical intelligence with Holt-Winter's rhythmic understanding of seasonality. A simple way to think about it is this. SARIMA combines ARIMA's intelligence with Holt-Winter's rhythm. It learns noise and the season. This makes SARIMA one of the most complete forecasting tools for any contact center dealing with structured, repeating seasonal behavior. To understand SARIMA, you need to recognize that it captures two layers of patterns simultaneously. Layer 1, the non-seasonal structure. This layer captures short-term trend, relationships with past values, and autocorrelation through the familiar ARIMA components P, D, and Q. Layer 2, the seasonal structure. This layer captures the repeating patterns that occur at fixed intervals, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Patterns are described using the seasonal parameters P, D, Q, and M. Together, the full model is written as SARIMA, open parenthesis P, D, Q close parenthesis, times open parent, D, Q close parenthesis sub M. Here, M represents the length of the seasonal cycle. For example, M equals 7 for weekly data, and M equals 12 for monthly data. This layered structure allows SARIMA regular trend in the data and the repeating seasonal cycles that occur consistently over time. That's why SARIMA produces highly accurate forecasts for environments where workload follows both directional movement and predictable seasonal rhythms. To understand how SARIMA works, let's break down each component of the model and what it represents. P, the non-seasonal autoregressive order. This tells us how many past values from recent periods the model uses to predict the next value. It captures short-term relationships. D, the non-seasonal differencing. This removes long-term trends and stabilizes the data so the model can learn meaningful patterns. Q, the non-seasonal moving average order. This captures how past forecast errors influence the next forecast. It helps correct noise and short-term shocks. Now, the seasonal components. P, the seasonal autoregressive order. This looks at past values from previous seasons. For example, comparing this Monday to last Monday. D, the seasonal differencing. This removes seasonal trends, such as repeating peaks and troughs. Q, the seasonal moving average order. This captures how forecast errors from previous seasonal cycles Affect the prediction. M. The seasonal period. This is the length of the season. 7 for weekly data. 12 for monthly data. 24 for hourly cycles across a day. And so on. When combined, these components allow Sarima to learn both the short-term growth trend and the repeating seasonal pattern at the same time. That's why Sarima can accurately forecast weekly cycles, monthly billing peaks, and long-term directional movement, all within a single unified model. To understand how Sarima works, let's break down each component of the model and what it represents. P. The non-seasonal autoregressive order. This tells us how many past values from recent periods the model uses to predict the next value. It captures short-term relationships. D. The non-seasonal differencing. This removes long-term trends and stabilizes the data so the model can learn meaningful patterns. Q. The non-seasonal moving average order. This captures how past forecast errors influence the next forecast. It helps correct noise and short-term shocks. Now, the seasonal components. P. The seasonal autoregressive order. This looks at past values from previous seasons. For example, comparing this Monday to last Monday. D. The seasonal differencing. This removes seasonal trends, such as repeating peaks and troughs. Q. The seasonal moving average order. This captures how forecast errors from previous seasonal cycles affect the prediction. M. The seasonal period. This is the length of the season. 7 for weekly data. 12 for monthly data. 24 for hourly cycles across a day. And so on. When combined, these components allow Sarima to learn both the short-term growth trend and the repeating seasonal pattern at the same time. That's why Sarima can accurately forecast weekly cycles, monthly billing peaks, and long-term directional movement, all within a single unified model. Let's start the Sarima modeling workflow with Step 1, Data Preparation. Before we talk about parameters or formulas, we need clean, reliable time series data. First, collect long-term time series data for the metric you want to forecast. This could be call volume, AHT, shrinkage, ticket backlog, or any other operational KPI. Second, make sure the data has a consistent frequency. That means evenly spaced intervals. Daily, weekly, or monthly, random gaps in between. Sarima needs this regular rhythm to detect seasonality properly. Third, handle outliers. Events like public holidays, system outages, mass campaigns, or one-time incidents can create extreme spikes or dips. Don't treat these properly by flagging, adjusting, or excluding them. They can distort both the seasonal pattern and the long-term trend. Good Sarima performance starts with good data hygiene. If the input series is stable, clean, and the model can accurately learn both the trend and the seasonal rhythm of your contact center. Step 2 in the Sarima workflow is to check for seasonality. Before applying the model, you must confirm whether your time series exhibits a repeating pattern, weekly, monthly, or quarterly. First, use ACF and PACF. These help reveal whether values repeat at fixed intervals. For example, if the autocorrelation spikes every 7 lags, that's a strong indicator of a weekly cycle. Second, apply seasonal decomposition. This technique breaks the seasonality and noise. If the seasonal component repeats regularly, such as every 7 days or every 12 months, you've identified the seasonal periodicity. In summary, this step helps you determine the exact rhythm of the day, whether it's weekly, monthly, or annual, so Sarima can align its seasonal components correctly. Step 3 in the Sarima process is to make the time series stationary, meaning the data should have a stable mean and variance over time. First, apply non-seasonal differencing, represented by the parameter D. This removes long-term upward trends and stabilizes the base movement of the series. Second, apply seasonal differencing, represented by the parameter D. This step removes repeating seasonal drift. For example, the consistent rise every Monday or spike every month end. Third, validate stationarity using statistical tests like the ADF test, which stands for Augmented Dickey-Fuller. If the test confirms stationarity, the model can now learn meaningful patterns, distorted by trends or seasonal shifts. This step ensures that Sarima works with a clean, stable foundation, so the seasonal and non-seasonal components can be modeled accurately. Step 4 in the Sarima workflow is to identify the right parameters for both the seasonal and non-seasonal parts of the model. To do this, we typically use a combination of diagnostic tools and information criteria. First, use F and PACF plots to estimate the values of P, D, Q for the non-seasonal structure and P, D, Q for the seasonal structure, along with the seasonal period M. These plots help you understand how the data correlates with past values and how the seasonal pattern repeats over time. Second, use automated tools like AutoArima. AutoArima evaluates many combinations of parameters and automatically selects the best fitting model, saves time and reduces manual trial and error. Third, compare models using AIC or BIC. The Akaike Information Criterion or the Bayesian Information Criterion tell you which model provides the best balance between accuracy and complexity. Lower AIC or BIC values indicate a better model fit. This step ensures that the Sarima configuration you choose is statistically sound, accurate, and ready for forecasting. Step 5 in the Sarima workflow is to fit the model to your prepared time series data. First, estimate the model coefficients. Sarima uses statistical methods such as maximum likelihood estimation or least squares to determine values for all parameters P, D, Q, P, D, Q, and the seasonal period M. These coefficients define how strongly past values, trends, and seasonal patterns influence future forecasts. Second, test the residuals. Residuals are the errors, the difference between the model's predictions and the actual observed values. For the model to be considered well-fitted, these residuals should behave like white noise. That means no autocorrelation, no remaining seasonality. If the residuals show structure or correlation, it's a sign that the model is missing something, and the parameters may need to be adjusted. This step ensures your Sarima model is statistically sound, rated, and ready to generate reliable forecasts. Step 6 in the Sarima workflow is to generate the actual forecasts. First, generate predictions for future periods. The fitted Sarima model can forecast the next 7 days, the next 3 months, or even longer based on the patterns it has learned. These predictions incorporate both the non-seasonal structure and the repeating seasonal cycles. Second, add back the differenced components. Earlier in the process, we applied non-seasonal differencing to make the series stationary. Now, we reverse those transformations so that the final forecast is expressed on the real scale. In actual call volume, AHT, shrinkage percentage, or whichever metric you are following. By completing this step, Sarima produces a clean, intuitive future projection that aligns with the real operational units your business uses for planning and decision-making. Let's walk through a real-world example of how Sarima forecasts weekly call volumes in a contact center environment. Imagine a support line where call traffic follows a very clear weekly cycle. Strong peaks on Monday, steady midweek activity, and predictable dips on weekends. At the same time, there is gradual month-over-month growth. Here's a simple snapshot of the pattern. Week 1. 9,500 calls, the baseline level. Week 2. 10,200 calls, a classic Monday peak emerging. Week 3. 9,800 calls, stable midweek behavior. Week 4. 9,400 calls, the typical weekend dip. To model this behavior, we fit a Sarima model written as Sarima, open parenthesis 1, 1, 1 close parenthesis, times open parenthesis 1, 1, 1 close parenthesis sub 7. The non-seasonal part. The 1, 1, 1 captures short-term autocorrelation and gradual trend. The seasonal part. Also 1, 1, 1 uses a 7-day cycle to capture the weekly rhythm. Together, this configuration allows the model to understand both the short-term relationships and the repeating Monday to Sunday pattern. Using this fitted model, we can now generate a forecast. The prediction for the next Monday comes out to approximately 10,500 calls, perfectly aligned with the historical Monday peaks we observed earlier. This example shows how Sarima blends trend, autocorrelation, and structured weekly seasonality to produce accurate, context-aware forecasts for real-world contact center operations. Let's look at the situations where Sarima is the ideal forecasting model for call center and contact center operations. First, when weekly or monthly seasonality is present. If your demand follows predictable cycles, like strong weekday patterns, month-end billing peaks, or weekly chat surges, Sarima captures these repeating rhythms with precision. Second, when there is gradual growth or decline. If call volumes, AHT, or workload are trending upward or downward, Sarima incorporates that trend through non-seasonal differencing, while still preserving the seasonal structure. Third, when the data shows autocorrelation. If today's call volume depends heavily on recent days or weeks, Sarima learns these relationships automatically. This is common in inbound support, digital channels, and backlog-driven lines of business. Fourth, when the data is noisy. Contact center data often contains random spikes or dips. The moving average component of Sarima smooths out these fluctuations and stabilizes the forecast. Here's the key takeaway. Sarima is ideal for medium to long-term forecasting. when both trend and seasonality coexist. It gives planners a model that understands growth, remembers patterns, and respects the operational rhythm of the business. Let's review the key strengths of the Sarima model and why it's such a powerful forecasting tool for contact centers with predictable patterns. First, it combines ARIMA logic with seasonality. Sarima brings together autoregression, differencing, moving average, and explicit seasonal components. This creates the perfect balance between long-term trend and repeating cyclical behavior. Second, it delivers high accuracy for structured data. For call center lines with stable weekly or monthly patterns, Sarima consistently outperforms simpler smoothing models. It understands the rhythm of the operation, as well as the direction of growth or decline. Third, it quantifies forecast confidence. Sarima generates confidence intervals that help planners and leaders assess uncertainty, set staffing buffers, and manage SLA risk intelligently. Fourth, it offers strong model transparency. Because Sarima is a statistical model, its components and logic are easy to explain to operations leaders, clients, and finance teams. You can show what drives the trend and what creates the seasonal peaks. Fifth, it is highly adaptable. Sarima works with daily data, weekly data, monthly data, or even quarterly patterns, as long as the seasonality is consistent. The model performs exceptionally well. In summary, Sarima is structured, explainable, accurate, and flexible, making it a top choice for forecasting environments where both trend and seasonality are present. While Sarima is powerful and highly accurate for seasonal forecasting, it comes with several important limitations that forecasters must understand. First, it is data-hungry. Sarima requires at least 2 to 3 full seasonal cycles to model the pattern correctly. Without sufficient history, the seasonal component becomes unstable and forecast accuracy drops. Second, it requires manual tuning. Unlike simpler models, Sarima involves 7 parameters: P, D, Q for the non-seasonal structure, and P, D, Q, M for the seasonal structure. Finding the right combination can be complex without the help of automated tools. Third, it assumes fixed seasonality. Sarima works best when the pattern repeats consistently. Sudden shifts, such as campaign spikes, outages, holiday anomalies, or billing cycle changes, can temporarily degrade accuracy because the seasonal structure has changed. Fourth, it is computationally heavy. Compared to smoothing models, Sarima requires more processing power. This makes it less suitable for real-time or short-interval forecasting, where updates are needed every few minutes. Here's the practical mitigation. Use AutoSarima or AI-based hybrid models that tune the parameters automatically, detect seasonality shifts, and adjust the model without manual intervention. Understanding these limitations ensures that Sarima is deployed where it performs best: in stable, repeating, seasonally rich environments. Now let's explore where Sarima delivers the highest value. Inside a contact center environment. First, weekly call volume forecasting. Sarima accurately captures the classic Monday to Friday pattern: the Monday surge, the midweek plateau, and the predictable weekend dip. This is essential for staffing frontline agents and supervisors. Second, monthly billing query forecasting. Many businesses see a surge in inbound contacts near billing due dates or month-end cycles. Sarima handles these end-of-month peaks with strong seasonal accuracy. Third, seasonal AHT variations. During certain periods, especially year-end, AHT increases because customer queries become more complex. Sarima adjusts for these seasonal shifts and improves mid to long-term planning. Fourth, shrinkage and leave seasonality. Absenteeism often follows a predictable seasonal pattern, such as higher leave during summer, holidays, or major festival seasons. Sarima models these cycles so planners can build more realistic schedules. Fifth, FTE and cost planning. Because Sarima predicts recurring peaks and troughs, it helps finance and WFM teams align budgets, headcount, and overtime strategy across monthly or quarterly cycles. Here's the key outcome. Sarima is used by WFM teams for scheduling and by finance for capacity budgeting, making it a critical tool for operational and financial forecasting in seasonally driven contact centers. Let's compare three of the most widely used forecasting models. In contact centers, Arima, Sarima, and Holt Winters. First, trend handling. All three models, Arima, Sarima, and Holt Winters, successfully capture long-term upward or downward movement. So trend modeling is a strength across the board. Second, seasonality handling. This is where they differ. Arima does not handle seasonality by default. Sarima and Holt Winters both incorporate seasonal patterns and are well suited for weekly or monthly cycles. Third, autocorrelation handling. Arima and Sarima are statistical models that explicitly learn autocorrelation, the relationship between current values and past values. Holt Winters does not model autocorrelation mathematically. It handles patterns through smoothing alone. Fourth, mathematical foundation. Arima and Sarima are grounded in statistical modeling, using autoregression, differencing, and moving averages. Holt Winters is a smoothing-based method. Lighter, quicker, but less mathematically rich. Fifth, best use cases. Arima works best for non-seasonal trend data. Sarima excels when both seasonality and trend are present. Holt Winters is perfect for stable, recurring seasonal data with predictable peaks and troughs. And here's a helpful way to remember it. Sarima is often called the statistical twin of Holt Winters. Both handle seasonality, but Sarima brings deeper statistical intelligence and stronger control over autocorrelation. This comparison helps you choose the right model based on the structure and behavior of your contact center data. Let's explore how AI and automation significantly enhance the performance and reliability of Sarima forecasting in contact centers. First, AI autotunes the parameters. Instead of manually guessing the best values for P, D, Q, P, D, Q, and the seasonal period M, AI uses optimization algorithms to find the ideal configuration. This reduces model building effort and improves accuracy right from the start. Second, AI detects pattern drift. Seasonality can shift over time. For example, Monday peaks may gradually move to Tuesday due to business changes. AI identifies these shifts early and adjusts the seasonal structure dynamically. Third, AI hybridizes Sarima with machine learning. By blending Sarima with models like XGBoost, LSTM, or profit. AI adds nonlinear intelligence and corrects patterns that pure statistics might miss. This hybrid approach delivers robust accuracy, even in noisy or evolving environments. Fourth, AI enables real-time retraining. When forecast deviation crosses a predefined threshold, AI can automatically retrain the SARIMA model without human intervention. This keeps the forecast aligned with the current operational reality. Fifth, AI supports scenario simulation. It can stress test the seasonal model by simulating campaign weeks, outage events, holiday surges, or marketing pushes. This helps planners evaluate best case and worst case staffing outcomes. Here's a practical example. If an AI system detects that the billing season now peaks one day earlier, it can automatically adjust the seasonal period from a 7-day cycle to a 6-day cycle to maintain alignment. In summary, AI transforms SARIMA from a static statistical model into a dynamic, self-adjusting forecasting engine for modern contact centers. Now let's look at the economic and operational impact of using SARIMA in a contact center environment. First, SARIMA enables precise resource allocation across weekly or monthly cycles because it understands both trend and seasonality. It aligns staffing levels with actual demand patterns, reducing idle time and avoiding last-minute firefighting. Second, it reduces SLA breaches by predicting predictable surges ahead of time. Patterns like Monday spikes, month-end billing peaks, or seasonal holiday loads can be forecasted accurately and planned for proactively. Third, SARIMA prevents labor overspend. During seasonal lows, when the model identifies a downward seasonal trough, WFM can reduce staffing without compromising customer experience, directly lowering operating costs. Fourth, it strengthens financial forecasting. Because SARIMA captures seasonal FTE variation and links it to demand curves, finance teams gain better insight into monthly cost behavior, overtime exposure, and budget alignment. Fifth, it enhances client confidence. Seasonally intelligent, data-driven forecasts help justify staffing decisions and provide transparent rationale during quarterly reviews or governance meetings. Here's the key business outcome. A well-tuned SARIMA model can reduce MAPE, the mean absolute percentage error, by 10 to 15% compared to standard ARIMA. That accuracy translates directly into cost savings, better scheduling, and more stable SLA performance. Let's walk through how to interpret the output from a SARIMA model in a practical contact center setting. Model selected. SARIMA, open parenthesis 1, 1, 1 close parenthesis. Times. Open parenthesis 1, 1, 1 close parenthesis sub 7. This configuration tells us the model has captured both the short-term structure and the repeating 7-day weekly pattern. AIC value 245.8. A lower AIC, a Kaike information criterion, indicates a better balance between model accuracy and complexity. This score suggests a strong model fit. MAPE 4.2%. This is the mean absolute percentage error. AMAPE around 4% signifies high forecast accuracy, especially for operational forecasting. In contact centers, residual check, white noise. When residuals behave like white noise, it means the model has captured all meaningful patterns. No leftover trend, no seasonal drift, and no unexplained structure. In simple terms, the model is statistically valid. Seasonal period 7. This reconfirms the expected weekly cycle, matching the observed Monday peaks and weekend dips in historical data. These output metrics give WFM teams a powerful way to demonstrate model reliability to operations leaders and clients. They validate that the forecast is statistically sound, operationally relevant, and ready to be used for scheduling and capacity planning. Finally, let's discuss when to upgrade beyond Sarima as your forecasting needs become more advanced. First, when patterns become complex and nonlinear. If your data shows behavior that Sarima can't fully capture, such as sudden structural shifts, nonlinear growth, or irregular spikes, the next step is a hybrid Sarima plus machine learning model. This could mean combining Sarima with LSTM, XGBoost, or other nonlinear algorithms for deeper pattern recognition. Second, when external drivers influence demand. If marketing campaigns, promotions, outages, or customer events affect call volume, AHT, or digital traffic, then Sarima alone is not enough. You should move to Sarimax, which adds exogenous variables, allowing the model to learn from external factors like campaign calendars or media spend. Third, when you're forecasting multiple dependent cues. In environments where several cues influence each other. For example, voice and chat moving in opposite directions, or technical cues impacting billing cues. The right approach is a multivariate model, such as VAR or multivariate Sarimax. Here's the modern forecasting maturity path. Sarima Sarimax Hybrid AI. This evolution gives your WFM and analytics teams the power to capture trend, seasonality, external drivers, and nonlinear behavior, all within a single forecasting ecosystem. Let's conclude with the key takeaways from the Sarima forecasting model. First, the definition. Sarima stands for Seasonal Autoregressive Integrated Moving Average. It is simply ARIMA extended with seasonal components P, D, Q, and the seasonal period M. Second, the formula. It is written as open parenthesis P, D, Q close parenthesis times open parenthesis P, D, Q close parenthesis sub M. This structure allows Sarima to model both trend and repeating seasonal cycles. Third, best use case. Sarima is ideal for any data that shows long-term movement, plus a recurring weekly, monthly, or annual pattern. In other words, environments where trend and seasonality coexist. Fourth, the advantages. Sarima is accurate, explainable, and statistically grounded. It provides reliable medium to long-term forecasts and generates confidence intervals for risk management. Fifth, the limitations. It requires more data, more parameters, and more careful tuning than simpler models. Seasonality must be stable for the model to perform well. Sixth, the role of AI. AI automates parameter tuning, detects seasonal drift, and blends Sarima with nonlinear machine learning models to handle complex real-world behavior. And finally, the outcome. Sarima delivers highly reliable, seasonally adaptive forecasts that enhance staffing precision, reduce labor variance, and strengthen financial and operational planning. Remember this closing line. Sarima doesn't just see patterns. It hears the seasonal heartbeat of your contact center. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.